Welcome to Girl Talk. We're so glad you can join us. Actually, you're joining us at America's Best Flowers. Look at this backdrop. We are so lucky to be able to film here, and it feels great. We're inside one of their greenhouses, and it's warm.
I wonder how they're going to feel when I tell them I'm not leaving.
Yeah, I know. I actually thought the same thing. I wouldn't mind hanging out here just a little bit longer.
Yeah.
You know, spring's been kind of a slow start, but that has not slowed down the folks here at America's Best. They are busy. It looks great, and later when we catch up with those folks in the show, we're going to learn actually how to make one of these. This is a beautiful. They call it an upside down umbrella. And they'll be talking about April showers leading to May flowers. And this is another item that I brought just to show you because it's adorable.
That is so cute.
How perfect for Mother's Day.
Yes.
And pansies right now are what these guys are, and they're great for this cooler weather. They love the cool weather.
Or May Day too. We ever do that old tradition?
Yeah, I used to do that as a little
Isn't
kid.
that fun? Yeah.
Put candy
cute
and flowers.
Ideas for May Day for your friends.
We would accept any of these.
Yeah. Or your Girl Talk friends. Yeah.
Anyway, we'll meet with them a little bit later. But speaking of Mother's Day, we also have some other ideas too. We're talking with Wine Styles, a little wine shop in Sun Prairie. Curtis is the owner, and he'll bring in some ideas if mom likes wine or chocolate or all of the above.
But don't worry, Dad, if you are there shopping for the mom in your life or you know, some of the folks in your life, grandparents, they have beer.
And cider.
And cider.
And hard lemonade.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's not just wine, but boy, I sure do love talking wine because Curtis knows a lot about it.
And he has the most beautiful bottles on display.
Yes, yeah. And that's part of the fun of going is you get some information about the wines you're drinking and a lot of information about if you have certain particular tastes. Curtis can really guide you. So if you haven't been in there yet, I recommend it. It's a great spot.
I need to go in there because I don't really drink wine and I don't like beer for sure. And he's mentioned the hard cider a few times now, and I wonder if that might be something.
I think you'd like that. It's a really nice, refreshing, especially in the summer, kind of crisp drink.
Right.
Just for concerts on the square.
I think he said he has some great events coming up, right? And so we want to promote those and make sure that mom is in your list of invitees.
Yeah, maybe something fun to do with mom. I like
That's
that
right,
idea.
yeah.
That's
You're
great.
a mom. What do you want for Mother's Day?
I want wine. Yeah.
Wine.
I want one of these, and I want some wine and some chocolates,
And a clutch.
you know, maybe throw in like a trip to Paris. No big deal.
Just a little thing like that.
Not fussy at all.
You know what a mom really wants outside? You know, it's wonderful to get all the gifts and things, but gosh, just time.
Yeah.
A time.
Time to spend with your kids or even to yourself.
to
I was going to say a
sometimes.
shower.
Yeah.
Spa day.
Right? All of those things, but boy. Yeah, so we're talking also about finances today. Make sure we give Sue a shout out because, boy, I learn a lot from Sue every time I talk to her. I think the biggest takeaway when it comes to financial planning, Sue's with Evolution Financial, is it's kind of a team sport. Don't do it on your own. It really is helpful to have an advisor. There's so much to know.
And things change every year.
Yeah.
What doesn't change though is start now. Start something now. You'll be so glad. And I think that's something she likes to drive home to every time is it's never too late. The earlier the better.
Well, don't start now. Start after this episode because we've got a really good episode for you.
So looking forward to that. Your mom, we have a few minutes left.
That's right.
What do you want for Mother's Day?
A good trip to like the Caribbean.
Let's go together.
That's right.
There you go.
Those are something.
And you're also a mom.
I'm a mom. I have a 1-year-old. So for me, shower, just like getting
right,
some
time.
time.
A nap.
So that's why I'm like a nap, anything. But my son just did start sleeping through the night. So that's a big gift for me this year.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
And what are you getting your mother? Have you thought of anything yet, Janet?
Ooh, actually, I
On the
did.
spot.
Well, I did just get her a really big pot, actually, of pansies, but I need to do something more, I think. Alrighty.
Mother's on the mind.
Yes. Alrighty. Well, we have all that and more coming later on. We're going to take a commercial break, and we'll be right back. Hi, welcome back to Girl Talk. We are soaking in the rays here at America's Best Flowers. We're going to catch up with the folks later in the show, so please stick with us. Right now, we're talking about a topic that is important to probably everybody. We're talking money, and specifically when to hire a financial planner. And given some tips here is Sue Peck with Evolution Financial, the founder and president. Thanks for being with us.
Thank you for having me.
Love to pick your brain. Lots of questions on this topic. One is about robo-advisors. They're becoming more and more popular. And I'm interested in what your take is on why you would pay a real person potentially a little bit more when there's robo-advisors available.
Right. Robo-advisors are great, to be honest with you. They have gotten a lot more people to start investing than used to invest in the past. They are very affordable. It's a really good option. The only problem is when you want to actually talk to somebody who knows who you are and knows how you feel about things, it's not there. And I was listening to a podcast last week, and somebody was talking about just railing against the idea of hiring somebody and paying somebody to do this when you can just get a robo-advisor. In the same breath, he started talking about the fact that he had freaked out about the market and had sold all of his stuff. And I'm like, well, that's why you pay
need
a human.
And we've all been there when you just have questions, especially when it comes to finances, and you just want to talk to somebody,
Right.
and you can't. And that frustration, I think we can all relate to.
Right.
And those robo-advisors help manage the money. Is
Right.
that right?
Right.
And you do more than that too.
Yep, absolutely. So I do more of the planning. I do more of the, getting to know somebody, finding out what their goals are, and really moving them forward. There are a lot of things that you can do with somebody with tax planning. You also want to check in with them and say, hey, are all of your beneficiaries up to date? Do you have a will? Let's take a look at your estate plan and make sure everything's in order. So those are some of the things that I do.
I think we learned from you previously that your business name, Evolution Financial, addresses just that. People going through the stages of life and getting the whole picture.
Exactly.
Love that.
How people evolve through time.
And do you need a lot of money saved up, in order to hire a financial planner? And how young do you have to be, or how old do you have to be?
It's a really big misconception out there that the only people who should be working with a financial advisor are people who are nearing retirement because they have all this money built up. But
right.
to be honest with you, if you're that close to retirement, there's only so much tweaking you can do to get you even further. If you're a little bit younger, you have all this time. So even a small change in what you're doing, a couple of percentages that you're changing and putting money toward a 401k, just really compounds over time and can lead to a much bigger future for you. So the
start
younger
now.
you start,
That's right.
right, the better it can be.
That's such a good point, yes, because we do sort of tend to not think about those things in our younger years. And boy, I think everybody looks back and thinks, maybe I should have started even younger.
Or can you imagine if I would have?
There's really no minimum, right? Let's talk a little bit about some tips of things that you should look for in a financial planner if you're out there shopping.
Right, you should always look for a fiduciary, always look for somebody who is fee only. Check their designations. There are a number of designations out there, and there are even different designations, like if you're getting a divorce, there's a certified divorce financial analyst. There are a lot of different things that you should look for, and it's also kind of in your gut. You're meeting somebody and you want to know that the person you're working with is somebody that you want to talk to.
Right, and that's something that is definitely in your portfolio as a financial planner, is working with clients who are going through some of these life changes, and really anybody.
So Sue, you gave us a list of what to look for as in the good things. What about some of the red flags we should look for?
So if you're going in to talk to somebody and they start telling you that there's this great investment that has all of the benefit and none of the risk, that is a huge red flag. There are also a lot of people out there that they win, trips and get these huge bonuses for bringing in clients. And then you kind of got to wonder, is this person really keeping my interests in mind, or are they bringing me in so they can take this fabulous trip?
So we only have a little bit of time left, but you're saying don't fall victim to emotions or any type of
We all get caught up in feeling, when we're talking about our future and our plans.
Right.
Don't do it.
Right. Right. Everybody has emotions. Everybody gets stuck with this, even me. But, if you work with somebody who's a little outside of the picture, they can help you see it a little more clearly.
It's wonderful to know.
Great. Yeah, a third party is always helpful, especially when it comes to money. Sue Peck, Evolution Financial. We'll be right back with more Girl Talk after this.
And welcome back to Girl Talk. We're at America's Best Flowers today. We're actually in one of their greenhouses, and we'll catch up with those folks later. Right now, though, you've maybe heard the common advice that it's a good idea to have a bottle of wine on hand for special occasions, like Tuesdays. Or, like our guest is thinking, maybe for Mother's Day. This is Curtis Knox. He's with Wine Styles, which is out in Sun Prairie. Thanks for coming in, Curtis.
My pleasure.
And thanks for bringing along a few
I
things.
always like to show off.
We're excited. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, I know. We're all getting a little excited here. Mother's Day is May 13th, and a lot of folks don't have an idea what to get Mom.
Wine is always a great idea.
Why not?
It's hard to go wrong with that. You know, a lot of moms have a lot of stuff in their house. They don't need more things, but they like things that they enjoy. So why not a great bottle of wine, beer, cider, whatever it is, something that you know mom will enjoy. So.
And if you know what she likes, but not certain what taste or flavor, how do you decide?
Yeah, so I mean, we've got over 300 wines in the store, but the great thing is you come in, we'll actually sit down with you, talk to you, we'll give you tastes of a bunch of different wines in order to kind of dial in and figure out what maybe you're thinking or what your mom's thinking. We can look up different wines, figure out from what they have had before, and guide you to a section within our flavor profiles where we can figure out some great stuff for them. So we will help you pick out. You're not just picking by a label. So.
And if she doesn't like it, then you can drink it.
Always a
Because you'll know I like it.
We share.
It'll be
This is
gone
a
by
gift
the
for
end of the
everybody.
day, yeah.
Maybe buy one that you like,
Yeah.
you know she doesn't, right? And
right.
just kidding, that's
Riesling,
nice.
everybody.
So, once you get the wine,
Yep.
the flavor for her, are there other things we can put together to make it a gift? Because I know my mom, she'll want something.
Yeah,
big,
absolutely. And
nice.
so I brought along a little show off of something here. So this is actually an insulated wine clutch, if you will. So great for going down to concert on the
great.
squares or something. You chill down your wine, you keep that in there. It's called also doubles as a lunch bag.
Okay.
So it's a lot of fun.
And you can't see it, it's insulated.
Yeah,
it really
it's insulated
is.
inside, so it's a great carry. It's very fashionable, but we've got wonderful chocolates to go with things, all kinds of
yum.
accessories, fun tea towels, little gourmet items, everything, and you can put it together in a really nice gift basket that we'll custom make for you, whatever you'd like to put in it. So,
So much more
Yeah.
than wine.
indeed.
And so much more than wine and gifts because you have some events and things. What if you want to do a Mother's Day outing?
Yeah, so we're actually on Mother's Day on that Sunday from 1 to 5. We're going to be hosting a Mimosa Mom's Day. So come on in. We'll be using some of our Prosecco here, maybe some of our Riesling. This is a German Riesling that we've just brought in. That's a lot of fun and a beautiful bottle as well.
Yeah.
Working with some of our premium hard lemonades that will make a wonderful combination with that as well. So,
Will there be chocolate?
oh yeah.
Do you have to be a mom?
No, not at all. We take all comers. We're good. So.
And what if, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
what if the mom doesn't like, wine and is a beer person?
So we've got 350 different beers back there as well, and a great cider selection. So cider is a wonderful alternative if you don't like the gluten from a beer, or maybe wines if the tannins from the oak barrels and things is a problem for you. We've got awesome ciders that work really well, especially as the weather starts to heat up and you want to be outside. They're great alternatives. So,
Love that idea.
yeah.
And lots of different options. That's great,
Absolutely,
for different
yeah.
kinds of moms. And,
Yeah.
people are going to be listening to us and wanting to come in. Can you tell us about your hours?
Sure. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we're open 11 to 8. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, we're open 11 to 9, and 1 to 5 on Sunday. And we'll be doing that Mother's Day as well for that fun event.
So on actual Mother's Day, May 13th.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right,
So-
that sounds great. All right, well, Wine Styles is out in Sun Prairie. You can check them out in person. You can even check them out online. They have other things too, like tastings and so much more.
Yep.
Thanks, Curtis.
Thank you. My pleasure.
We have more Girl Talk for you right after this break. Welcome back to Girl Talk. This is our final segment. We've been filming today at America's Best Flowers in Cottage Grove. And with me right now, I have one of their experts. This is Barb. She's been here 27 years, so she knows a thing or two about all the different plants that they have that you can plant it or just take home for yourself. Barb is the Retail and Propagation Manager.
Yes.
Okay, what's that? What's Propagation Manager?
Propagation Manager keeps track of all the seeding that we do here. Some of our plants aren't available in little plugs, in little plants, so we do have people that seed them for us, and then we transplant into 4-packs or larger pots to sell. Also, any cuttings that get done. Some plants are not available in cuttings, or certain plants that we have here that aren't available elsewhere, we take our own cuttings from those.
And that's what you're doing in the winter time when
Some of that too.
yeah, so that things are blooming and beautiful and look perfect when we come in the spring.
Yes, they're
Pretty
good
much.
size then, yes.
They're good size, yeah. They've been busy growing. Well, you just had a workshop, Barb, that actually you assisted or led, and it was to create one of these. This is an upside down umbrella, and you were helping people plant some pansies. Now, if you missed the workshop, you can still come in and get one of these. Go ahead and show us, go ahead and start doing your magic here. So if somebody wants to do this themselves, they can, or
Yes.
they can come in, and you'll still help them if they come in,
Yes,
right?
yes.
Always. Now, you've already put some soil in here, and this is the secret stuff. This is the stuff that makes all the difference. They put something special. We can't tell you apparently what it is, but it's all secret stuff in their soil. That makes the big difference with America's Best Flowers. Now you're choosing pansies because they like cool.
They do like the cooler weather, along with violas in a multitude of colors. And we also do have wallflowers.
Oh, that's
Well,
what that is.
Yes, and take a smell.
Oh, that's so nice.
The scent is wonderful.
That's
The
amazing.
Pansies and violas have a lovely scent too, but the wallflowers are exceptional also.
Okay, I'll admit I thought those were small pansies, not violas.
They're kind of in the same family, but they
Thank
are
you.
violas.
And some of the pansies that you have here are enormous. Some of the biggest ones I've ever seen.
Majestic giants is
Yep.
their name, and it's true.
Yeah.
They are giant blossoms.
Wow. Okay, so it's still in time for Mother's Day if you wanted to come in and make one of these. You know, we talk about how fun it is to make something for Mom, and what a great way. You can't go wrong with flowers and making something. What a great combination for that. So Barb, you're just kind of settling them in there. Nothing's too special, right?
Right. You want to loosen the root ball a little bit
Oh,
so
sure.
the roots start.
So show us on this next one.
Yep.
So you pull it out of the pot.
Squeeze them a little bit to get them loose.
Okay.
And this one is rooted very well. It won't even come out of there.
Huh, that propagation manager must have done a really good job. Boy, it's tricky. You don't want to
Well.
damage the I know, right? That's TV for you, too.
Yes.
There you go.
You can see the root system is developed very well. And you can take a little bit off the bottom. You can also loosen the edges here a little bit to get those roots to start spreading out into the soil better.
I bet that's counterintuitive for some folks who think they might be ruining the flower.
Right.
Yeah. Oh,
Then you
interesting.
Put them in deep enough so their little faces stand out like that.
Of course. What temperature can the pansies tolerate?
They can take freezing temperatures, but you don't want to get much below 24 or 25 or you might lose the buds. The plant will be fine, but let's admit it, it's the flowers that we're after. So if
Okay.
it's going to be cooler than that, take your container inside, either in your house, or if it's not going to be so cold, into the garage or breezeway is fine too.
Okay. While you're doing this, let's talk about some of the other workshops that you still have time to make. And one of them is the perennial workshop. That's actually Thursday, April 19th. And tell us just a little bit about what that one's like.
The gals will be here to answer questions and any questions you might have, and also talk about some of the perennials you can put in the cooler weather, some that'll hold up even for those of us who are anxious to get outside, even though the weather isn't really cooperating for some other plants.
And we have Earth Day coming up. You have an Earth Day celebration. This sounds fun. So this is a Saturday. It's April 21st, and 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Children's activities. Are you going to be there?
I will.
Okay, it says bring a white t-shirt, or you can purchase one here if you forgot, and you paint your t-shirt?
Yes. They'll be using their hands to create like a tree for Earth Day, Arbor Day, on the front of the t-shirt.
Oh, that sounds great, even for big kids too. Also, it says you're going to make seed balls. Okay, what's that?
Seed balls, you take some compost and some soil, mix it all together real good. We have that part done already. And then different kinds of seeds can be put in there, whether it's marigolds or whatever kind of flowers you'd like to grow. And then they can just be scattered out in your flower bed. The children really enjoy that.
Huh.
And then they can watch them grow out of that seed ball.
Oh. And you also plant flowers and seeds and so much more. Then you have an Arbor Day celebration. This one, you receive a free Black Hills spruce with any purchase at the store.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And that's while supplies last, and limit one per family. That is, that's the same weekend, so April 21st and 22nd, Earth Day and Arbor Day celebrations. And Barb will be there both days.
You bet.
If you have questions about your indoor plants, your outdoor plants, anything in between, she's your gal, she can do it. And this is a final product.
Yes.
So someone can come in, Barb will help you make this, you get to pick the flowers, the colors, even different colors for the umbrellas. A nice gift for Mom. Thank you so much, Barb.
You're welcome.
It's always a pleasure coming here and chatting with you and seeing what you've got. Love it. Wish I could take it all home with me. That's it for our Girl Talk show today. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks to all of our guests. We'll see you next time.
Beauty and styling for Girl Talk provided by the Ultimate Veritas Spa and Salon.